Okay, here's our current situation. It's pouring down rain. We got our tents down, but everything is soaking wet. Water standing everywhere. Water, water, water. Up over my feet here.
That's where your tent was.
Yeah.
Mine,
It was up over Lisa's wheel there. That's where my tent was, and Lisa's was over there. Luckily we got all that down. But yeah, it's raining. And it's wet. Good times. What an adventure.
Forward.
So since it's pouring out in this building and boiling some water to eat a meal here, wait out the rain. Lisa's gonna make some coffee. Just hang out.
On Thomas Point Beach Road.
All right, we're finally heading out of the campground. 10 after 12. Gonna go north, hopefully get up out of the rain, and then it looks better up there. Then we'll go from there. But day three of our trip. See if we can get a couple hundred miles in here. Stay dry. The only reason I really kind of have my rain suit on is so it will dry out before we get wet again. Won't get dry in the saddlebag, so figured I'd wear it. All right, let's hit it.
Engine guard. Peg.
Okay, we went about 80 miles. Time to ditch these rain suits. It got pretty warm. Should be dry by now. But either way, we're getting rid of them. They'll dry out sometime. Then hopefully something to eat and back on the road. Suited up again, heading towards the campground. Hopefully we don't get too bad. Get to the campground somewhat dry. So we are at a scenic overlook along 95 north of Lincoln, Maine, and of course there's cloud cover, but that over there, I don't know if you can see it, is Mount Katahdin. How do you say it? Katahdin? Katahdin, yes. Mount Katahdin. And then a nice lake and all that. A couple more mountain peaks. Sun's coming out a little bit, but we are still in our rain gear just in case. Yeah, bikes are doing good. And gonna keep heading to the campground. Okay, here we are for our home for night 3 at Shin Pond Campground in Mount Chase, Maine. And Got a little fire pit there. Picnic table. Lisa's tent. My tent. And why we picked this spot is I have electricity tonight for my machine. And we got some tree cover just in case it rains. But so I think this is the nicest one. What do you think, Lisa? Nicest site so far? Yeah, and actually it's the cheapest too. And over there, as soon as we finish getting set up, they have a restaurant over there. We're gonna go over there and get some pizza and stuff, and then come back and call it a night. All right. 220 miles, I think, today, which wasn't too bad, seeing that we didn't get started till noon. Had our rain suits on, stopped, took them off, rode for a while, stopped, put them back on, and so we didn't do too bad, but just trying to dry everything out here and all that. The humidity's a little bit less, but looks like decent skies, and I don't think there's supposed to be any rain tonight, and we should be good from here on out. Let's hope. Here we are at the start of day 4. So far it looks like good skies. Sun is shining. We had a little rain last night, but not bad. Storm missed us. So hopefully today's a good day. As far as rain, it's always a good day to be riding. Get camps tore down here, get a shower, get something to eat, and get on the road. That sure would be scary. Come down here and hit that on a motorcycle. Wow, I don't know if that truck just hit it or if they're looking for the mom or whatever, but that's just a little one. They get huge up here. I wouldn't want to deal with that. Now you seeing that moose along the road there made me a little bit anxious. Just making me nervous. These woods come right out to the road and stuff. Just cruising along, didn't think anything of it, but when I seen that moose, kind of brought flashbacks back to whenever I hit those deer. And I definitely don't want to hit a moose. So had to pull over and take a little breather, but we're back on the road. Made a little pit stop here at Eagle Lake, Maine. Nice big lake. Couple kids swimming. Must be a bunch of clams down in there or something. These are laying all over the place. And there's goose shit everywhere too, so there must be geese. Which we're close to Canada, so I'm sure there's lots of Canadian geese around. Yep. Okay, today's journey brought us to Fort Kent, Maine, which there is the border crossing. And we are at the Maine and Canada border. So there's the border crossing. And also, another interesting thing is we are at the northernmost part of US Route 1 that goes the whole way to Key West. I've been in Key West at the end at mile 0, and now I'm at the northern part at 2,446 miles. I've ridden several parts of Route 1, but of course I've never ridden the whole thing. It would take forever. So here's the American's First Mile. Neat little marker here of the end of Route 1. And then we come up these steps here. There's the river. I didn't look it up. I guess I should have. See what river it is. but probably halfway, which is usually how it works. That's Canada. Yeah, this is where we are today. Pretty cool. Something a little different. So today we ended our day with only like 134 miles, but we stopped and seen some stuff, and we stopped here at this Grand Isle campground in Grand Isle, Maine, and we got our tents set up. They gave us a little picnic table here, and this I've never seen before. He made out of an old washer. He has them at every site, and he put it on a lawnmower so he can move it around. He said in case the wind, you know, changes or whatever. And then he told us that these are out of an old potato picking machine, and he welded them up and put it on the grate in case you want to cook anything or whatever. But he said it has a really great fire because of all the holes in it and stuff. And told him I'd never seen that before, but all of them are a little bit different. But he has one at every site, and he said the train comes by twice a day, and it might be around midnight, so hopefully it's not too loud or too long. But it's a neat little campground, not in the woods or anything, but it was priced right. And I think the next campground was like another 100 miles down the road, and it looked like it was going to be raining there. So on these roads up here in Maine, you don't make much time. So we just decided to quit early today and relax. And the one local from 10 miles up the road brought us a pizza. He said he was coming out of town, and the one guy here called him and he brought a pizza down for us. So we had pizza tonight for dinner. But yeah, so tomorrow back on the road, kind of, sort of heading home. But we are pretty far up in Maine, so we got a long ride home, and we're going to try to avoid interstates as much as possible. So it's going to take us, you know, the 4 or 5 days that we have left to get home, go down through New Hampshire, Vermont, and all that, and see where we're at. So that's the end of day 4, I believe, and I think 1,100 miles. So yep, that's today's thing. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but we got a fire in our lawnmower fire pit that you can move around. Going pretty good. Pretty neat idea.